Hey, hello, my name is Sunshine, and today I would like to welcome you to the first ever Sunshine Cafe. Today we'll be making some meatball quesadillas and we will be doing a mindfulness eating practice. I'm excited. Let's go. All right, so here's our ingredients. Today I have some meatballs. I already have a little bit of oil in there for marinating it. It's olive oil specifically. I'm gonna use some fresh thyme, some sage. We're gonna cleanse from the inside out. Chipotle chili powder, garlic powder, some ground cumin, some ground black pepper, some onion pepper, and some ginger. For the cheese, I'm using one of my favorite cheeses, Gouda, smoked Gouda cheese, and some cheddar cheese. I have a little grinder here so we can get started. You ready? Let's go. All right, so we have our ingredients here. I already pre-cut up my meatballs. I had about 4 or 5 here. I kept this one whole. That's for later. You'll find out why. In this bowl, I actually put a little bit of olive oil just for marinating. Now what I'm gonna do now, a lot of your cheeses already come out pre-shredded, but this one specifically doesn't. So I'm gonna use the bigger side of my little grinder here, my shredder. And I'm going to shred some of the cheese. I'm actually using my little cutting board my brother-in-law made me out of real wood. He does woodwork. I think that's a good enough amount of cheese. Maybe a little more because I like cheese. All right, so we have, I don't know, I don't do a lot of measurements here, but I would say maybe a fourth to a half of a cup. Now, I'm going to season, like we talked about, my little meatballs. I'm going to put some cumin, put a dash of cumin. I actually like to get the fresh, or sometimes dried thyme. And take the little leaves off of it, sprinkle it in there. You see the thyme. I'm going to give you guys a better view. Hold on one second. So now here, you see the thyme is in there, the cumin's in there. I'm going to put a little bit of sage because I feel like sage just heals from the inside out. And it's just a beautiful thing to just add a little bit of flavor to your cooking. Then I got here my chili powder. Put a little bit here. I would say maybe, I don't do a lot of measuring. You know how back in the day, Mama just said put a dash of that, put a dash of this. Depends how spicy you want your level. One of my favorites is to use garlic powder, but usually I try to use fresh garlic. Today I'll just use this. Then we have the black pepper. I got some onion powder over here. And then last but not least, one of my secondary favorites is a little bit of ginger. It's always good for your stomach, and just in general, it's good for your cooking just to put a dash of ginger. Now I'm just gonna mix it around, let it marinate a little bit, and the next thing I'm gonna do is put it in the pan. Let's go. Now in this pan, I usually pre-spray it. Today I pre-sprayed it with some vegetable. You see how residual? That's that good stuff, so I gotta get it out. You use a spoon. Get some of that flavor out. And you're gonna wanna just cook this as much as you feel like it, but usually I do about 2 to 3 minutes. So I'm going to use the magic of TV and I'll be right back. Well, while we're waiting for that, you can hear it sizzling. While we're waiting for that, I have a little bit of yum sauce that I like to make. So this is ketchup, and I'm going to mix it with a little bit of mayo. This is actually a lot of bit of mayo right now. So we're gonna put some of that back. And you're just gonna wanna mix that up. And then I like to put my little secret sauce. So I'm gonna just look away for a minute before so I can put it away. Pew. My secret sauce. And then I mix that all together. And that's gonna be a little delicious little side that you're gonna have for dipping your quesadilla. Just gonna wanna mix it till you get that nice little color. Let's check on how everything's going on in the kitchen. So today for the tortilla, I'm actually using one of my carb-wise honey wheat tortillas. They have less carbs, so you feel like you're doing a little bit with less. And right here we have our quesadilla. I have my own little flat top thing, and I already put the meatballs on there. It's about 3. They're cut in half. And then I put the cheese, so I'm just gonna push it over like this, making sure to kind of just, you know how a quesadilla is really nice and easy. You don't feel too bad about the carb count. And with the magic of TV, I will show you the finished product in about, let's say 2 minutes on each side, because the meatball's already done. Just waiting for the cheese to melt. See you soon. All right, so we have a beautiful plate here of our quesadilla. Look at that. Look at that beautiful cheese melted with the meatball. We have our special meatball in the middle for our mindfulness practice. And I actually made my own little juice over here with Poland Springs sparkling water and a little V8 energy. You could put, you know, a little tipsy stuff in there as well, with my metal straw, trying to save the environment and whatnot. And I am ready to eat. But before we do, let's do our mindfulness eating practice. I'm excited. This is my favorite part. I'm a licensed therapist. While I'm not your therapist, I will be helping you work through bringing a little sunshine to your day. Ready? Yum. All right, guys. So we're going to start off by taking a couple of deep breaths. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Now, I want you to look at the meatball. I want you to look at it as if you've never seen a meatball in your whole entire life. Observe it, the color, the texture, the folds. Now I want you to move on to smelling it and placing it near your lip, just feeling it, and pretend like this is the first time you've seen a meatball. So you're just gonna place it next to your lips and your nose, roll it over your nose and lips and feel the texture, smell it. Now you could take a bite, but we're not chewing. We're gonna let it move around our mouth, just feeling the different textures, the taste, without chewing. Now we start chewing. Notice the sides of your mouth you use. Experience the taste. Experience the flavor. Experience the feeling. Notice where you're chewing. Remember what you know about meatballs and where they come from, whether it be plant-based, meat-based. Now you are allowed to swallow the food that's in your mouth. Notice how it feels going down, the impulse to swallow the food that's been holding on so long. Notice how it feels going down, the residual taste in your mouth. And just give a little bit of gratitude for everybody who has placed hands on bringing this meatball in front of you today. And accept the food energy that you just received. Hey guys, what you guys think of the mindfulness eating practice? I know that's probably the longest it's ever taken you to eat one bite of anything. Especially nowadays when we're always running from one thing to another, whether it be us eating food hurriedly in front of a TV at the end of the night, or in a car going from place to place, or just in between work trying to get something in your body to keep you moving. Mindfulness practice is about slowing down and giving appreciation to your food and to your body. Giving that gratitude back and being so thankful for the food energy that you're about to consume. Let's think about it. Let's go back to the tortilla we used today, whether it be gluten-free, whatever the case is, flour. So I'm going to talk about mine. Let's say it's made out of wheat. Came from a wheat field where somebody cropped it and took care of it from seed all the way till it grew up enough to be made into flour by another person, or maybe even the same person. Then it was made into bread. So it was made into tortilla for me to bring home to share with you guys my little meal, our little lunch together. And then finally, after all that preparation, and it's gone through so many hands, from being in the field to the supermarket to somebody bringing it in the supermarket, bringing it home, finally it's made into something that I'm going to consume, that we're going to consume for energy. And when we slow down that process and we become more mindful of what we're eating and just bringing appreciation back to our food, we really start to slow down, be mindful of every moment we have, and just be a little bit more grateful for what we do have. In times like now where we're seeing violence and a pandemic, it's those small moments of just appreciation and gratitude that will bring us back to remembering who we are. I'm hoping this is helpful for you, and thank you for joining for me at Sunshine Cafe for another Mindfulness Monday. Bye. I think I would let you go. Time for the 1 minute plug. Do, 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 do. Soon I'm going to have those little sounds to, like, instead of my mouth. Do, 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 do. All right. So this week I would like to shout out my friend Charles Jacob. He's an amazing photographer. I've shot with him myself. I've been a part of his sets, helping him bring out his photography gear and whatnot. His name is Charles Jacob. That's right. And on Instagram, you could follow him and see his beautiful pictures of beautiful Black women, Black men, people of all colors and races and sizes. CJ Images _CJ Images Instagram. If you would like to be a part of my 1 minute plug of the week, please comment below and I'll check out your stuff. Till next time.